do hurricane habits affect their severity? Now, according to victims of Hurricane Harvey in 2017 residing in Port Aransas, Texas, hurricanes are highly unpredictable. Now, they claim this because the weathermen originally reported the storm to be at worst a tropical storm, but pretty much overnight it turned into a Category 4 disaster. But this isn't the only instance this has happened. Sarah Teakin, researcher with PhD focused on qualitative and quantitative research and systematic review, performed a study and similarly concluded that hurricanes are in fact unpredictable and are becoming more severe and frequent over time. Now, why is this such a substantial issue? Isn't hurricane season only a couple months long every year, and there's some damage done in some places, and it's not talked about until the next hurricane season? Well, these issues aren't really just affecting hurricanes. It's mostly just it's affecting our health and our climate as well. And according to Amy Hackney Blackwell, science writer who produces educational science content for all levels, hurricanes are becoming more severe and frequent over time due to climate change and air pollution. This is causing death rates of hurricane victims to go up as well because of the numerous unknowns and numerous unknown predictions and timings and preparation times. And for example, victims of Hurricane Harvey, when they thought it was just going to be a tropical storm, when they found out it was going to be Category 4, Category 5 storm, they only had 28 hours to do 5 days worth of preparation, which makes a huge difference. But ultimately, these higher rates lead back to a victim's lack of courage and perseverance. Now, according to Michael Marshall, science writer of life sciences issues, climate change is irreversible and inevitable. However, human habits such as smoking, use of gas-powered vehicles, and fires can greatly reduce these effects. Now, not all fires are man-made, but campfires and bonfires, those still really affect air pollution despite wildfires not started by humans. But smoking is still one of our largest issues in air pollution. And to put that into perspective, $600 billion are spent on cigarettes per year, just in the US alone. 1.3 billion people smoke worldwide, which is 17% of the world population. And the best way we can help hurricanes become less severe is to help people reconsider their habits and to advocate for the amounts of lives lost, people left homeless, and people left with no family after these disasters occur, which this can be achieved through courage. Not only can struggling victims and their families persevere with courage, these people trying to quit their harmful habits can also persevere with courage, which has been found to be one of the most helpful things in quitting cigarettes or any harmful addiction. But according to Ted Thomas, director of the Department of Command and Leadership in the United States Army Command and General Staff College in Kansas, and Ira Shalev, president of Executive Consulting and Coaching Associates in Washington, D.C., courage is a primary virtue in anything, and all other virtues require it. And similarly, Marcus Thompson II, lead journalist who covers Bay Area sports at The Athletic, found that the key ingredient to courage is vulnerability, to face the truth and accept the challenges that face you. Now Teakin's study, as mentioned earlier, derived 5 inductive themes: hope, avoidance, emotional delay, acceptance, and finding meaning. And her result of the best solution of that was perseverance and courage. And this gave hope, no longer avoiding the situation, and people were more in the moment, less dissociated from reality. Because when things like this happen, like you always expect like, this is never gonna happen to me, or like, and then it happens to you. and you're just not in the moment. You don't expect it to be real. And just finding meaning and motivation to get through it, and just acceptance. But in conclusion, whether people are involved or not in these disasters, everyone can make an impact, whether that means quitting these harmful habits, smoking, or anything else, donating to associations and different charities which help hurricane victims and their families in these cities. Taking public transportation, which helps with air pollution, because a bunch of gas-powered cars versus just some trains and subways and everything, that greatly helps air pollution. And volunteering for cleanup or help with just in general with rebuilding stable homes and everything for victims.
So tell me, what information did you need that you weren't able to find or locate?
Well, originally my question was going to be, how are these bad disasters or these bad hurricanes, like, or how is something worse than those? Even though, like, Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Harvey, those are known as very bad disasters and hurricanes that occurred. But my original research question was, well, this, like, how can some other disaster be worse but not seen as much or given as much attention? But I couldn't really find any information comparing the two, so I had to change my research question completely, just how they are affected.
Okay, and what additional questions emerged from your research? Why are these questions important?
I started thinking about how these different charities help in general, because you hear that the Red Cross helped with Hurricane Harvey, or this association helped greatly with recovery from Hurricane Katrina. But I was wondering, how much did they really help, and are these cities still struggling today? Because Hurricane Harvey was 7 years ago today, and there are still people still trying to recover, like, their homes and just get back on their feet in general.
Good.